Christ is risen. Alma sucum. Christos anesti. Christos voskrese. Very close. Good. What else? Christos resorto. Italian. No. Christus zmartwychwstał. That's Polish. That's about as far as I can go.
That's good enough.
Good enough. Good. On the second Sunday of Great and Holy Easter, in a certain sense, we're reliving the events of that day once again. All of our hymns, all of the changeable parts are the same as they were last week. I started off liturgy exactly the same way, with that insensation and those verses around the altar. Sadly, the cleaning lady doesn't listen to me, and she got all the bay leaves off the floor. Oh, and someone even stole the few that were hidden there on the back of the pew. There's one. The cleaning lady missed one. I think it landed on me. That Easter joy shouldn't be something we so easily let go. We, sometimes as Americans, we like to be very efficient, and we like to do things and get them done and move on. We shouldn't. We should, in a certain sense, enjoy this feast. We should savor this feast. In a certain sense, we should revel in this feast. It really should be echoing in our hearts and in our minds and in our souls. And I don't mean just today. We went through all of the 40 days of Lent to prepare ourselves. And now we've got 40 days to feast until the Ascension. And then just a short time after that, we feast again with the feast of Pentecost. We have both the empty cross and the empty tomb, reminding us of the facts of Christ's passion, death, and life-giving resurrection. Savor the great joy of this feast. Even, I don't know how many got up early at 3 or 4 to watch Pope Francis's funeral, or maybe saw it in the rerun. But even there, as the funeral came to a close, what did we see? Our own patriarch, Joseph, coming front and intoning in both Greek, all of Greek, Arabic, and Italian, Christ is risen from the dead. That even there, in the midst of the sadness of the Pope's passing, it's overcome in a certain sense by the joy of the resurrection of Christ and the joy of the resurrection that we all get to share because of that fact. Christ is risen from the dead, trampling down death by death and giving life to those who were in the tombs. We hear the last verses of the Gospel of St. John today, and he gives us a little hint. I've written this down so that you may have life. I've written down what Christ did so that you may have life through these words. It's that great call, that great gift, that great joy that Christ has given to each and every one of us who believe the joy of everlasting life. One of the things not everyone got to see last week, because it took place literally a week ago today, was a few of us, we happy few, came back bright and early Easter Sunday morning for the baptism of Tony Hagopian, now known as Theo, short for Theophan. And so he is now baptized into that saving mystery of Christ. Normally, when we do the baptism on the day of a liturgy, the newly baptized is the first one to come up and receive. So today, you should be the first one to come up and receive. And also something I don't think I ever mentioned before, as I prepare for the divine liturgy every week, one of my personal intentions is, remember, Lord, all those I have baptized or buried. So you joined that list last week, and now you join all of those who get commemorated every time I do the divine liturgy. To Jesus Christ be glory, both now and ever, and unto the ages of ages. Amen.